What's up, people? Welcome to Healthier Home Products TV. My name's Corey. Below is Aaron, and to my left, to my right, I have Cleaning Ken. What's up, Ken?
What's up, Core? How are you, dude?
I'm good. I'm so good. So listen, people, if you happen to visit the healthyhomeproducts.com website and interact in any way, shape, or form, you're going to get an email from Ken because he wants to make sure that whether you buy the product or not, you are getting some value on how to clean your house. And that's what we're doing here. We want to help you clean in a safe and an effective way. And chances are, if you're anything like me, I mean, I'm in Florida, and today is the first day of school, if you will call it that. And with school comes some independent workspaces, especially if you are at home. And maybe you have a workspace at work. And you know what? We've done a little bit of a test here, and we've got some interesting pictures to show you on just how dirty certain areas in your workstation might be, and also the effect that those might have on your family, quite honestly. So how you doing today, Aaron? Everything good?
Oh, I'm good. Trying to not get hit by tornadoes in the wonderful state of Illinois right now, but we're good.
I heard that is nuts. I saw your weather radar there. It's absolutely crazy right now. So stay safe.
A little bit. So hopefully the electricity cooperates and we don't have to go running for the nearest safe spot. So
do you have a safe spot? Do you guys have like a place that you can go into and be safe? Is that how it works over there?
Yeah, I mean, this is a brick building, but they say the safest spot is to go to an innermost room, which in this case is a bathroom. There's two bathrooms on both sides, but we will all be in Aaron's bathroom if this is what happens. So if we duck out and you hear a toilet flush, you'll know where we are.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's talk quick. I know that we have a graphic up here that I want to share. We were going to save it to the end to reveal it, but guys, I got to show this to you. When I saw this, I was just blown away, and I'm going to ask Ken to kind of describe this to me, okay?
Okay.
Ew. What in the heck am I looking at?
It is gross, but this is actually bread. Bread is a great medium to show bacterial growth, and there's 5 different things that were taking place with these pieces. The first piece, all the way on the screen's left, is fresh, untouched bread. So that's been sitting for 3 weeks in a Ziploc bag. You don't see any bacterial growth, no organic growth on it, which is good. The second piece over, it actually says 4 on it, but it says soap and water. So someone's hands were washed with soap and water, and then they, touched all of this bread, put it into a bag, and let it sit for 3 weeks. And you could see the untouched bread and the bread that has been exposed to somebody who had washed their hands with soap and water has virtually, they look the same. There's no growth showing.
Yeah.
So then we move over one, and we see number 5. It says hand sanitizer, and we see a pretty good amount of bacterial growth on that piece of bread. And so, of course, it begs the question. Somebody says, well, I used hand sanitizer. Shouldn't it protect my skin from bacteria? Shouldn't it kill everything? The answer is mixed at best, because sanitizer, like disinfectants, we've had these talks, Corey, the disinfectants and sanitizers, they require a requisite amount of what's called dwell time. They need contact time to do their job if they're going to eradicate any germs. And unfortunately, a lot of sanitizers will, they need, a certain amount of time, but they could dry in 6 to 8 seconds. So you're not even getting enough contact time with that to kill the bacteria that's on your hands. So even using sanitizer isn't really your be-all, end-all. You see soap and water is a better solution. Moving over a little further, the next one, you see dirty hands. So these are hands that weren't touched or that weren't cleaned at all using anything. These are just somebody had their normal hands and they touched that bread, put it in a bag, and let it sit for 3 weeks. And for all intents and purposes, I'm not sure I'd want to eat a sandwich that was a dirty hand or a sanitizer hand. Either one.
Oh.
So that kind of is what it is. So then we move to the bottom. This is the thing that should kind of get people's attention. This is a piece of bread that's been wiped across a Chromebook. Now, of course, it could be anything, but a Chromebook. In a lot of schools, there's a lot of sharing. And you have to think 30 kids, how many times do kids go to the restroom during a day? How many times, they cough or don't wash their hands, or, and do all of these kids have some protocols of sanitation? Probably not. Well, so your community items that you're probably touching, and no one wants to believe it could be me, but it could be you, right? All of these things that get touched are just spots of contamination. So the lesson in all of this, of course, is soap and water is a very good way to clean your hands. It's a very effective way. You're saponifying the soil, and then you're rinsing it underwater. There's nothing left. It's all gone. You don't need to, put them under fire or iodine to get them, quote unquote, cleaned. But then that takes you to the next step, and you say, so I'm looking at this Chromebook, and clearly that's like a freaky thing, but you could have the same thing, Corey, with a cell phone. You could have the same thing with your desktop. You could have the same thing with your iPad. So really what you want to do and get people in the habit of is cleaning. You really need to clean a little bit, make it a routine for your own safety, for that of others too. I mean, it's really a smart thing too. Now for me, this is a shameless plug, but there's a great product that you can use to clean any washable surface. It's 9 times less toxic than virtually any cleaner in the marketplace. It's 5 times less toxic than baby shampoo. It is our all-purpose cleaner. It is derived from Mother Nature's orange peels. It smells as heavenly as the day is long. It'll clean any washable surface, and you don't have to worry about it being around your kids. It's one of the safest products you'll ever have, and it'll take care of all of those soils that are on those items that we talked about that are problematic.
And while we're on this subject, I just want to show people where we're at. I know, and look, it's a supermodel.
I know that girl.
On the homepage. But listen, I want to take you guys to our bundles and just kind of show you what we've got going on here. That all-purpose concentrate can be right here in this Eco Excellence bundle that we have going on. And so you can see, it's $100 worth of products for $50. We usually don't talk about, the products that we have for sale, but it would be foolish not to. 10 bottles of all-purpose cleaner in this one bottle. So that's like $1.50 per 32-ounce cleaner. It's just unbelievable. So
wait a second, Corey. Let's back up on that again. So this is a bottle of concentrate. You're telling me that makes 10 bottles of this incredible product we just talked about that's great for your school?
That's right. This is an infomercial now. Now it's turned into an infomercial. Boy, do I have a deal for you. But yeah, no. Listen, folks, it's too good of a deal not to talk about. So go check that out. But Aaron, when you are setting up your spaces, and I want you to talk about the space that you have kind of next to you and how you've got that going on. How often do you recommend that we wipe down and clean the spaces? And is it going to leave a residue? Is it going to leave anything that's really gross, that's going to feel filmy and nasty? Talk to me about that, Aaron.
Well, I mean, personally, I would recommend wiping down every day that they're using the space. Right now, my daughter is going to be participating in hybrid learning. So she'll be in the office with me 2 to 3 days a week. So anytime she's here, I plan on wiping down at the end of the day before we leave.
Yep.
All-purpose is personally one of my favorite cleaners. I use it all the time at home. I love that I can spray it on the table. My 4-year-old can wipe down the table, and I don't have to worry about her getting into toxic chemicals. And it smells really good. It's a great all-around product. And I can use it on any of the surfaces. I can wipe down the keyboard. I can wipe down the mouse. Everything that she's going to be touching, I can wipe down and not have to worry about it, damaging the surface or leaving a residue. It wipes clean really nicely. And, I keep a bottle handy pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, it's fabulous. Well, listen, I have the product as well. I use it every single day, especially on my kitchen counter. I've talked about it before, but guys, I'm the Danny Tanner of cleaning. Like, I'm totally obsessed. I will absolutely get down there and look at every single crumb. And it's the wipe method. You got to get the wipe method. I have two wipes. Okay, so you got the dirty rag. That's like the rag from just like the wet. You're wiping up wet spots and stuff like that. But then you got a separate rag or towel, or I don't have it. Oh wait, I do have it. Or you could use this bad boy right here, microfiber cloth, okay, that comes with the Eco Excellence bundle. And you could wipe things down nice and clean. Just get that perfect, wipe method. So you're getting every section, every little morsel. And that's what it's all about for me. But when you are cleaning, you said, Aaron, that you can let your kids use this thing, and I kind of want to focus on the 9 times less toxic than baby shampoo. Can you elaborate on that for me? Like what is it about the baby shampoo that makes it toxic? Like what is it?
Well, it's a relative measure, but it's not necessarily. I mean, even toothpaste. If you swallow too much toothpaste, that is actually toxic. So if there's kind of relative measures, which is what we went to a Harvard. We've got this posted. We did a Harvard study on toxicity using mitochondria of a and you can see which products are affecting cell structure, and this tells you exactly to the degree of relative toxicity. Now, baby shampoo, again, it's not that necessarily you're cleaning with something radioactive, but every cleaning chemical has some level to it. And this is the safest chemistry I'm even aware of. I'm not aware of anything safer than this. So no matter what you're picking, it's going to be safer than even something that you think is relatively safe. Baby shampoo, this is, you got something 9x better.
Love it. I love it. Well, other than that, what other tips do you have, Aaron? What other things are you doing? I know that your girl is kind of with you, hybrid learning, I know, but like what else have you had in the first few days here? I mean, today it's day 1 for me, and I can share personally, I'm in the middle of just HE double hockey stick. I am absolutely struggling. I woke up early. I went to bed late on purpose to try to set things up. And still, it's mostly a communication issue with me. We have a babysitter that comes in and helps us out during the day, which is amazing. My son does, have a sensory issues and is ADHD, ODD as well. So we struggle with that a lot. And it's hard for him to sit in one place and stare at a computer for X amount of hours. And the biggest thing for me is this hybrid learning thing is all well and good, but the full virtual to me is shorter than the normal school day. And that's something that I can jive with. But to sit there and have the teacher talk to them on a computer to try to simulate what's going on in the classroom, that's the thing that I'm struggling with. Is that what you're experiencing as well?
Well, we actually aren't starting until next week here. We were originally supposed to start on Wednesday, but they decided to push the start of school back another week to prep, I guess. Obviously things change day to day at this point. Are we going to be having in-school learning? Are we going to be full remote? Anybody's guess at this point. I'm just doing my best to kind of prepare an environment for her for when we do start, hopefully next week. I've got her workstation all set up here, and just, kind of trying to think through this process to figure out what's really, going to make this a functional option right now. I've kind of built a few base points to work off of. Main one being there needs to be a division of space.
Right.
Obviously, I'm sharing an office with her when she does start here, but this needs to be my work area. This is her work area, and we need to have a respect for each other in that environment. Obviously, I feel my job is very important, but her job is equally as important. This is her education. This is what's setting her up for the rest of her life, and I need to be respectful of her situation as well. She's preparing for her school days for when she is present and working on outside work as well. And, it's going to be very important that not only do I understand that she's doing that, but this is also my place of work. I have things I need to get done, and she needs to understand that this is my office and I'm at work. I'm not necessarily going to be able to drop everything and help you the second you need it, like I might be able to at home. It's going to be hard. I have a kid in a similar situation to you. She has pretty severe ADHD, and to try and expect her to sit in my office all day is intimidating.
Yeah,
But let me point out too, Erin did something very clever and bright. She decorated this workspace to make this take more ownership for her daughter, because she's going to see it and feel like that's more of her own. It's not so officey. It's more her workspace. And I applaud Aaron's thought on that, because you're living in your kid's shoes at that point. How would you feel if you were in this workspace? What would you like to see? Well, getting some of those things in there that are creature comforts for the eye makes somebody feel like it's more of theirs, which is needed.
Yeah, my little dude's room, my guy with ADHD or whatever, he had wallpaper around his entire room that was blue, but it was like crazy patterns. And I'm like, I got to take this down. And, the funny thing, I used the wallpaper, Chomp wallpaper remover, and took it all down over the course of, I'm going to be honest, like 3 weekends. It was seriously glued on there. And the time that I had to do it, like it was when 2 of the other kids were napping, and it was just nuts. So we did it, but I repainted the whole thing with some super safe, very expensive, low VOC paint, and prepped the walls before with my wall wand clean walls bundle.
Oh,
it was set. And so the room is very peaceful now. I did not put anything on the walls. He doesn't have any posters or anything like that. I just wanted to keep it super simple,
right,
peaceful, relaxing. And so he's in there now. He's doing his thing. It's day one. We'll see how we do, but we'll probably have multiple family meetings just to keep things in check. So,
well, I think Aaron, I'm going to speak for you on here, but one of the things, she did a great job making this list up, but one of the things you have to keep in mind is you can set ground rules and all that, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to be flexible. This is a workspace, obviously, but this is a crazy time, and there's a parent, there's a child. Yes, there's work here, but I think everybody keeping in mind the flexibility, you've got to have that in your head, or else you're setting yourself up for most likely failure or certainly difficult times.
Agreed. Well, listen, folks, it's massively important that you keep your kids' areas clean. You do not have to use harsh chemicals, disinfectants, and alcohols that are going to cause, who knows, long-term damage, and also just strip your body of the essential oils that it is used to have its own self-defense system. So keep these things in mind. And if you want to learn how to make your own cleaning products, you can, of course, visit us online at healthierhomeproducts.com. Right on the homepage, there is a completely free opt-in for a lead magnet where you can just tell us where to send it. We'll send it to you. Multiple pages. I think it's like 20 plus pages of tips and tricks on how to keep your home clean and detoxify the area all around you. So check that out. Of course, we mentioned the Eco Excellence Bundle. And if you have any questions, you can message us right there from the homepage, and it'll go straight to Aaron. So anything you need, let us know. And until next week, everybody, this is Ken, Aaron, Corey, on behalf of Healthier Home. Have a great school year, everybody. We'll see you next week.